Back. Hey. Over. Good girl. Oh, what a good girl. What is that? You can look at it if you feel like you need to. Yeah. Okay, let's go this way. Good girl. Good girl. Good. No, no, don't go this way now. I can't stay on much longer. You an itch? What's going on? Huh? What's going on? Come here. All right, couldn't stand much longer. You're kind of killing me. Come on, sweet girl. All right. We're just gonna go home this time, okay? We're just gonna go home this time. Okay? We'll just go home. Okay? You're so pretty. Yeah. You're a pretty girl. Yeah, you want love, son? You want some love? You want a hug? Of course you do. Oh, I'll give you a hug. And a hug. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good girl. Okay. Let's go home. That's a good girl. So Charlotte has experienced both a saddle, one time, a bareback pad a couple times, and then those types of rides many times. I've done what I call a koala ride, which is I do swing my leg over, but I keep my foot hooked up across the top of their back. So if I had to, I could still throw myself off one side real quickly. I've not yet swung both legs around her and sat up. Um, she turns 3 in June, and then we'll start doing our uh, basic stuff. She's actually like a draft cross. At least that's what, you know, um, watching the videos of her when she was a little baby with mommy and saw pictures of the daddy, we're supposed to believe that she's supposed to be huge. And if she gets a late growth spurt, I mean, there's nothing really indicating to me that she's about to go huge. She's like 15, maybe 15.1 now. And I don't know how much bigger she's going to get as far as height. But if for some reason she suddenly grows, I don't want to be responsible for stressing those joints. So waiting till she's 3 and then really lightly starting her and see what happens. If she suddenly sprouts up, then we did right by her. If she stays the right size, we still did right by her. Oopie, who's coming next, he's 15 too already, and he's not even 2 years old yet. So he's promising to be, in the 17 hand range, maybe higher. So we're going to go get him now, and maybe we'll teach him about sideways. Some of the things I need to teach him more powerfully are the hoe, and meaning like you actually stop your feet and stay stopped for like more than a lean forward and keep going. And a standing still, so like a ground tie-ish stand still thing. So I usually call it a stand stay, as if it was a dog. And he doesn't have a lot of knowledge about crossing my feet over specifically to a cue. So teaching him sideways might be a challenge to do it where I know he understands it. I could probably accidentally make it happen through my focus on his rib cage, but I do eventually want to be able to almost windshield wiper him and say, move your front feet. Now move your back feet, move your front feet, move your back feet. Then I'll know for sure that I have a communication with the feet specifically and the mind. But I could potentially right now just kind of put my focus on his rib cage and make him feel my intention to move his rib cage, but he may not walk away with an education about it. So we'll see. Oh, oh. Good. Good. Oh, 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 oh. Stand there. Stand there. Oh, oh, stand. Stand. Okay. Good. So with a baby, if you're going to do a stand stay exercises, you're going to want to release them before the thought crosses their mind to move. So that way they can be successful at the stand stay. Stand. Stand. So see how he's kind of up over his knees, right? That means he's leaning forward enough to be ready to take a step forward. I'd like to rock him there. And that might mean they'll stay a little bit longer. Stand. Stand. Shh. Stand. Okay? And I release them always with an okay. I'm tempting him, obviously, to roll. Oh. Stand. Put your foot back. Stand. Okay? And he does know the release because he was really not, I don't want to say food aggressive about you being in his stall when he's fed. I wouldn't call him food aggressive. He's not aggressive about his food. He's just, aggressive about you being in his way. Did you see that? He just threw his head way up like that. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Stand. Okay, good. And what I liked about that is when I told him to stand, he rocked behind his knees, which gave me the indication we might get a good stand. Okay, what I was starting to say about him having that okay already installed, and about how he was aggressive in his stall, about getting to his food before you even exited the stall, or even like got his halter off or anything. So he learned that he's not allowed to go to his food until he's given the okay. So he's actually got a pretty good idea of what, the release okay means. It means like if I've been told to stay, inactive, I'm allowed to come alive once I hear the word okay. And it usually involves forward motion. The reason I quit on the one I quit on was because when I told him to stand, usually when I teach them a stand stay, I'll give them like a definitive pull down, straight down off the snap of the lead rope towards the ground, because that's going to be like my way of ground tying them, is to tell them to stand there. Stand. Was when I did that, he rocked. So I don't know how to demonstrate because you can't see like knees in my front arms. But instead of being like leaning forward over his knees, this looks silly, he rocked back. And maybe I'll be able to zoom in and show you specifically how he rocked back.
It's subtle, I know, but sometimes recognizing the slightest shift in thought and muscle can make the difference in progress. Watch the bottom of his tail. You can see the weight shift.
I knew then I was going to get at least a genuine pause without having to interrupt the thought of going forward. When they're over their knees, they're already thinking going forward. Their body's already in a forward feel. So it wouldn't take much for them to just take a step forward. When they're rocked back, they're more likely to go backwards or stay standing still. So I knew in that moment that when he rocked back behind his knees, I could probably do a definite release and have it be where he might make the connection that, oh, me standing like this got me released. And then what I'll do is I'll build time, right? You always just get the idea, you get the information to them, and then you build on it. You don't try to like stand stay them for 15 minutes, right? You stand stay them for 15 seconds, if 15 seconds is even possible. He probably stand stayed for 3 seconds, right? My goal might be for 5 next. My goal might be for, 10. But if he can't do it, I'm not going to be like stuck on the idea that I need to get the 10-second deal. No, I could have that be a goal. But then let's break it down even smaller until we're successful at 6 seconds. Like 100%. Could stay him for 6 seconds without him having even a thought to leave, and then build to your 10. You always have your goals, but you have to be flexible, especially with young ones. You have to be flexible, or else they're going to develop a really bad taste for being in school. Okay. Have a great day.